Well, I remember, because this is for the next 24 hours, and depending which parts of the world you're in, it's already Mother's Day. Where I was born, it's not quite Mother's Day. Where I lived a lot of my life, it is Mother's Day already. Just want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all of you who are actual mothers or who act as mothers, whether you're male, female, young, old, in between. If you've in any way, shape, or form acted as mother in your life, happy Mother's Day. And if you are an actual mother, like my wife, and so on, truly wish you a really, really happy Mother's Day. Tried to find an Ernest Holmes quote that was suitable. I really couldn't find much. I searched around. I found a little bit of poetry that he wrote, and it's in the Science of Mind textbook. I don't know what page it is. It's actually on location 5158 out of 11,060, because I use the Kindle edition most of the time. And it says, asleep in the heart of cosmic love, unborn universal potential, the Christ child lay, and the great mother soul brooding over her unborn child conceived it in the stillness of her universal nature, imparting to it her own being. And that was Ernest Holmes. And I'm doing this because there's nothing in the reading that mentions Mother's Day. I was kind of disappointed, really. You know, I kind of expected at least some mention of it, but there is none. It's called Choose Your Own Adventure. I said to the sun, tell me about the Big Bang. The sun said, it hurts to become. And that's Andrea Gibson, whom I did not look up. Ernest Holmes in the Science of Mind textbook on page 490, paragraph 5 says, there's no end to the divine nature and therefore no end to the possibility of our expressing it. In other words, everything is limitless, including our ability to express as the divine working through us. And Reverend Ryan goes on to say, no one wants to know the future more than me. I mean, I have backup plans for my backup plans. I was reminded of this recently as I explored my new neighborhoods, walking trails. I roll up to the park, all juiced with the excitement of exploration, until I realized the trail was not at all obvious, and the multiple directions it took were enough to induce mild panic. This experience brought to mind those times in life when we are or have been called to step out onto a trail outside of the realm of both our comfort and our experience. Despite our discomfort, our call is to step out of playing small and into playing big. While we may find ourselves literally and figuratively holding our breath, a little drop of faith and expectancy can provide us a little room to put one foot in front of the other. We don't have to sprint out of the boxes we created for ourselves. All we have to do is whittle a little and take one step out. The task can seem insurmountable if we expect to pulverize the boxes of our old beliefs and patterns that we are accustomed to, but all we need is a little breathing room and a willingness to stick our head out and see what's outside. Once we do this, we can begin to step out and act with intention. Before we know it, the box is no longer big enough to encompass all that's possible. Another way of looking at this is to say, get out of your comfort zone. And there was a poem, and I've read it several times, about getting out of your comfort zone. And it's kind of cool. I'll dig it up and I'll hopefully read it next time, because I really don't have much time tonight. I've got a lot to do. But the bottom line is this. It's easy to tell people to step out of their comfort zone. But I think what you need to do that, you need to have some goal, some vision, something that you can see that's enough to move you out of the inertia and into action and to move out of your comfort zone. And sometimes you need somebody to help you do that. You know, there's the old expression about thinking outside of the box. Well, if you think about it, the truth is you cannot think outside of the box. I know it's a metaphor, but you can't think outside of the box. Why? Because you're inside it. You can't see what's outside of it. But what you can do is you can get someone who's outside of the box to help you come out of the box. And sometimes that's what you need to move out of your comfort zone. You need a coach, a mentor, somebody who can actually help you do that. What's the difference between a coach and a mentor? Well, a coach usually is somebody who helps you in a specific situation or set of situations, whereas a mentor is somebody who's in it for the long haul. So the coach is kind of short term, mentor is long term. So look at it like this, that once you get out of your comfort zone and you start doing things and you've done them and it becomes more familiar, there's a tremendous amount of satisfaction. But I think the way to get out of your comfort zone is twofold. One, it's to have something strong enough that the urge to seek it is greater than the urge to just stay huddled up inside. And secondly, often in life, you do need a guide to help you. If you were going through the desert and you weren't familiar with it, you wouldn't do it on your own if you were sensible. You get a guide. When people go to new territory, they hopefully find somebody who lived there who knows the area, who can guide them through it. And when we get out of our comfort zone, we're moving in unknown territory. And often we need a guide to help us do that. Ministers, practitioners, other people, professional coaches can help you do that. This is my take for today. It's short. Remember, Reverend Lisa, two things now. One, Reverend Lisa will be back on at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, reading from the Science of Mind textbook. She's going through it in order. And also 11 o'clock, and these are all Central Time, USA, Canada, Mexico, we have our service. It's every Sunday. And if you miss any of this, you know what to do. You can get it on Facebook and you can get it on YouTube. And it's probably on Instagram as well, some of it anyway. So, isn't that cool? Today, I create a little space to move beyond what has been and step into what is possible. And she's suggesting to do it a little step at a time. Therefore, until next time, as I said, I apologize. This has got to be short, but there we are. And I'm knowing for each and every one here that when the time becomes necessary to move out of our comfort zones, we move out of our comfort zones and into a brighter future. Until next time, once again, happy Mother's Day. Namaste.